we have the red model player Bananas, also known as Lau from USA, against the blue Isengard player Ectelion from Argentina. Hey, slow motion. Yeah, the game was starting pretty slowly, but Eye of Sauron will be used to reveal the enemy faction. It's gonna be obvious now for both the players that they are against Isengard and against Mordor. High Mordor, yeah. And for that reason, Isengard now knows the matchup, right? He doesn't need to use the Glain to spy, but he can still do that to see this, you know, the beginning of the game and potentially the Orc Pit's #1. No, it's not an Orc Pit actually, guys. It's a tavern for the Corsairs of Umbar. Hey Shanks, just recently found your stuff on YouTube and it's brought so many vivid memories back. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Jack. Or Jay Sparrow, or Captain Jay Sparrow, sorry. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm happy that you found us on the YouTube channel. And yeah, I mean, we are kinda addicted to the battle for Middle-earth gaming, and we couldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying? After this many years, we are still here and trying our best to, you know, keep the activity as high as possible. And the best way to do that is actually hosting tournaments, and that's one of them. So we are currently in the semi-finals of the losers bracket, in the best of 7 between two of the very best players actually. So everyone who is now included in the tournament is actually one of the best players. So we will have hopefully many great and quality games, and that's only the game #1. We have 2-3 furnaces into the Warg Pit and Uruk Pit at the same time coming up for Ectelion, and we have tavern into the Haradrim Palace. Okay, make 4 slaughterhouses to Orc Pits and spam orcs while you bloodthirst them. Looks like Ectelion is actually giving tips to his opponent. Maybe it's not gonna work out. You mean 4 farms, 4 pits like you into it too? I mean, you can see they know each other and they play against each other many times, almost every single day. So that's nothing new for them. And yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, this game should be balanced and they should be able to win and lose against each other quite often. So should not be a one-sided series, I hope. We have Corsairs, and the good thing about them is they are actually quite mobile, and they are also a great counter to the enemy pikemen. But we have Uruk-hai start, and Uruk-hai are stronger in a one-on-one situation against Corsairs, but the furnace, I believe, is going to be still taken down. Eye of Sauron is pointless here. Why? Because Glain is active. When Glain is active, the leadership bonuses enemy units are getting will be completely negated. So Eye of Sauron, Tainted Land, and also Wargen is going to be completely useless as long as the cave bats are flying on top of the enemy units. I mean, to be honest with you guys, the Corsairs are so extremely fast. They are almost as fast as the Warg Riders. What is that? Glain is scouting the area, and looks like the Corsairs will be able to survive, and the attack continues. But now we have Uruks on the field. And Uruks are a great counter to the enemy Easterlings and also to the enemy Corsairs. One Warg Rider was able to sneak through, and he will be able to find this slaughterhouse, which has 0 protection as we are talking, and it will be definitely taken down. Corsairs, as mentioned before, they are no match against the Uruks. But the pikemen, if they get the chance to deal damage to the Uruk Pit, they will, my friend. They will. Look at the damage they are dealing. That's crazy. 2 of them actually could be able to take down the Uruk Pit and the Warg Pit in like 5 seconds. But luckily with the Uruks and the fortress, he will be able to barely save the Uruk Pit. But, you know, as you can see, it's pretty low. That means one more attack from one single Easterling will be more than enough to finish it off. That would mean that the Isengard player Ectelion wouldn't be able to recruit any more Uruks, crossbowmen, or pikemen from the Uruk Pit anytime soon. Okay, so we have Warg Riders. They are looking for a trample into the Corsairs. 350 command points available for the Isengard player, and we have in total 450 command points available for the Mordor player Banana69. Remember, the rule of the tournament is that not a single map can be picked and played on twice in a series. It means it's the first time and the last time at the same time that we will see the map Firienziel in this best of 7 series. 500 command points collected for Mordor, 2 power points after the Great Eye of Sauron. On the other side, we see 400 command points for the Isengard player Ectelion, and he has nearly 2 power points collected after the Glain start. And towers are coming up now, which is a defensive structure, but you need to invest 400 for that. It's not very cheap, but it's also not very expensive actually. And you can also make them stronger later on with some upgrades on the fortress. You can make them shoot with fire arrows, which can be a great damage boost. The slaughterhouse in between the production buildings is going to be taken down. The Warg riders are a great damage dealer unit against the production buildings, as you can see and tell, as the Haradrim Palace is also going down. It means no more Easterlings anytime soon. It means no counter anytime soon to the enemy Warg riders. One more pikeman is sneaking through. Isengard needs to be fast, because this unit, they are aiming to destroy this Uruk pit, which is almost done already. Then they have welcome the real beer vampire. Welcome. Could we see the brackets? Exclamation mark bracket in the chat. Snowhound, welcome. Not Megatron, welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sauron is already in the grand finals. We have, you know, Inumara in the finals of the winner losers bracket. Sorry, we have Avehave, we have Hiruma, Lau, Ictilion, and also Andy Brandy is still in the tournament. And the game is freezing from time to time. As you can see, the Uruk pit has been destroyed, which is pretty good. We get to see more Corsairs and more Easterlings, but remember the Haradrim Palace has to be replaced very, very soon. I'm gonna steal different Wi-Fi after this one. So looks like Ictilion isn't happy about the about his internet connection. And you know, when it comes to play with others in multiplayer, Wi-Fi is not a very reliable source of energy, and you wanna actually have like this, you know, cable connection, which I do have. And I also used to have Wi-Fi connection for my PC many years ago. It was just painful, you know what I'm saying? Because the Wi-Fi can be disrupted and actually kind of destroyed from many different things which you cannot influence, while the cable connection is just much more solid and reliable. Gonna try my house's one. So it looks like Ictilion was using a Wi-Fi from his neighbor, but now he's gonna finally try to use his own Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's gonna be a better solution. The Warg pit is still on the field, and I believe the Haradrims, if they get the chance to attack it quite nicely, they might be able to destroy it. Look at the damage they are dealing, but crossbowmen are on the point, and they are trying their best to deny it from happening. The Warg riders are trampling down this Corsairs, and it looks like he will be able to save the Warg pit and also eventually the furnace. Crossbowmen, they can also use the bombard, which will give you the chance to actually shoot over your own structures. You have Lurtz as the first hero of the game from Isengard, and a Nazgul from the Mordor player. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, for example, the positioning here, right? And you are here with your crossbowmen. When you right click on them, they need to walk all the way around to be able to attack them, right? But if you stand here and you use bombard, you can shoot over your building and still end up dealing damage to the enemy units. Okay, Nazgul, hey. Okay, he's getting dismounted. That's a smart move, which will make him way tankier against the enemy pikemen. And Palantir was also chosen. 450 command points available. The furnace level 1 is going to be taken down by the Corsairs. But remember, the Corsairs are strong, yes, but they are also extremely expensive. They cost 400 each, and if you lose them, that's pretty painful. Okay, more Warg riders are coming all the time. Haradrim Palace is up on the field, and we have the second tower now, which is 10% cost reduction for the Corsairs. It costs now only 360. Still very expensive though. And the Nazgul is still only level 1, so you need to get him at least to level 2, at least. Where is Lurtz at? Lurtz is here, but he's only level 1 too. It means he needs to be only he needs to be at least level 4 for the cripple ability, which will give you the chance to cripple down the enemy Nazgul, and the Nazgul has no chance of surviving such a burst, because Lurtz is just much more stronger in a one-on-one situation at least. And also a great sportive hero, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lurtz is a hero well-rounded with everything what you actually ask for. He's cost efficient, he has high damage output, he's not very squishy, he can shoot and fight with sword, you know, he has carnage to boost his damage, he has pillage for more money for the Isengard faction, leadership to support the nearby, you know, allied units, and also the cripple, which can shut down every single problematic of the enemy hero. So basically, if there is a huge you know, like a huge hero from the enemy player and he makes a lot of trouble, hey, no more, just cripple him down. He will not be able to play the game for 30 seconds. which is in most cases enough time for the Isengard army to take him down. Looks like he's creeping. That's good with the pikemen. We have 300 command points only though for the Isengard play, because Mordor is pressuring him all the time. Every single furnace he's building up is being, has been taken down like 2 minutes later. We have 650 command points available for Mordor, 8 power points collected after the Great Eye of Sauron. Okay, the slaughterhouse is going down, 9 power points collected. The Nazgul is level 3, has now the debuff, but once again, he cannot fight against the enemy pikemen, at least not when he is mounted. That's why you need to get him dismounted as soon as possible. Palantir has been used for additional movement speed boost. And Mordor has so many more command points available right now. He has a level 2 slaughterhouse here, and that has to be kept alive, very important, because level 2 resource buildings are giving you not 50 but 100 command points in total, and also much greater amount of resource income. This one is going to be definitely taken down. Looks like Mordor is not a big answer to this problem right now. The slaughterhouse here is going to be taken down as well. That's pretty painful. Now the Lurtz has Carnage, and look at the DPS, boys. Like, he will be able to kill the Nazgul within 4 shots, 4 hits. And Nazgul has to bail. There is no world in which the Nazgul is mighty enough to fight against the fighting Uruk-hai himself. 450 command points available. He's dropping down now to the same command points like the Isengard play Ectelion, and that's what I'm talking about. You can never say who's going to win until the very end, because one single push, one single attack can literally change everything from the game. And he has such a great momentum right now. Look how much damage he will be able to deal. Mordor was forced to use the Tainted Land defensively, and that's gonna delay his 10 power point, obviously. The pikes though, they are getting slaughtered by the Corsairs. Look at them. Do they have forged blades or what? Yeah, they have forged blades. What? Didn't see that coming, to be honest. He was able to purchase the forged blades on them. Okay, that means even greater amount of DPS, and also he has forged blades on the enemy, on the Easterlings. Okay, so Easterlings with forged blades, they will be now able to destroy the Uruk pit, the Warg pit in like 1 second. Obviously it was 4 seconds before, now it's even faster. I will be used. However, they have not the heavy armor. That means they are not tanky. Lurtz is level 4 now. That means the Nazgul has to watch out, because when Lurtz wants to get this Nazgul killed, Nazgul will get killed. Pikemen, avoid fighting them. Level 4 though. I mean, he has the debuff, and as long as you can keep him alive, that's very important. You can keep the debuff active on the enemy units all the time. More pikemen, Corsairs, they are actually very strong against pikemen. Look what's gonna happen if they touch them. Like, they get one-shotted. Even in the porcupine formation, they have no chance. The furnace is getting demolished. We have crossbowmen on the field, and remember, the Corsairs are not even able to purchase the heavy armor. Only the banner or the forged blades can be purchased. 550 command points available for Mordor, 9 power points collected. And we have 10 power points collected, which was invested into the devastation, which once again can be also used to stun the enemy units and even heroes for a very short duration. Okay, so this is actually a bad fight for Mordor, because he's getting outnumbered here. Where is Lurtz? Lurtz is actually diving in too deep, and the Nazgul, I believe, got crippled down, right? I guess so. He can't move, and the game is freezing, boys. The devastation has been used to, yeah, he's crippled. You can see the red animation around him. Lurtz is using the Carnage, and that's what I was saying to you guys. That's gonna happen every single time when the Lurtz has the cripple up, and boom, the Nazgul is no more. The Lurtz is almost level 5, which would unlock the additional damage leadership for the nearby allied units like pikemen, crossbowmen, and Uruks. And this is a very good situation now for Ectelion. I think from this point he needs to kind of try to snowball this lead to the victory, and that's only possible if you keep up the pressure. Take down the Uruk pits here. I mean, not the Uruk pits, the Haradrim Palace and the taverns, and that's gonna be enough, I think, to win you the game. One more Corsair was able to sneak through. He will be able to get to the furnace level 1. And once again, the furnaces are so squishy buildings, they will die in 1 second anyway. And you know what I noticed? The Corsairs in most situations are not using the fire bombs, they barely use it. So I think why not? Maybe it's actually pretty nice. This is gonna make them like a semi-range unit, and I also believe they will leave like a fire on the ground, which will cause damage to the enemy units over time. Hurry up. Isengard is command points kept. I see you. Eye of Sauron is a very important leadership buff for the Mordor faction because it's a high tier leadership, which means it will be able to give you armor and damage at the same time. Oh man, but the Warg riders are on the point. And the thing is, I believe catching this enemy Corsairs is so challenging, you know what I'm saying? Because they are so fast. They are like running in light speed. Oh, the Nazgul is no more. 6 power points collected. After the devastation for Isengard, 450 command points available. 650 command points available for Banana 69, also known as Lau. He was recently using Industry on the slaughterhouse behind, which is level 2 by the way, which is a huge money boost. And I believe the Mordor player, if he can keep this one protected, he will grow rich. What can be a game-breaking point here? I think if you go for like stronger units, maybe Haradrim archers, I think that's the plan. Maybe some drummer trolls for additional support to make the allied units around them stronger. And obviously some Easterlings to keep the Haradrim archers protected. I think that should be the plan. What the Mordor player should try to execute in this game number 1. It's a very back and forth game. But now Isengard has like a, you know, like a respectable amount of units in front of the Mordor base. And I don't know if the Mordor player will be able to defend this without losing too much. He gets more and more Easterlings on the field. Uruks are taking care of the slaughterhouses. And look at the surrounding effect. Do you see the minimap, guys? He's actually moving from the top side, building additional furnaces to get more vision control to increase the command points. He's moving from the bottom side and keeping the Mordor player in a check situation. Looking obviously for a checkmate. The Nazgul has to be careful. He got killed many times. The Tainted Land will be placed once again from the... but that's not what you are supposed to do. And the Nazgul is no more. And that's what I'm talking about. Lurtz is such an efficient hero, guys. And you should not, you know, risk it. That's a Wildman of Dunland special summon on top of the enemy units. And that's a momentum. Now the Nazgul is gone. That means nothing can nullify the enemy leadership bonuses. And okay, I quit, retarded, to make me lose. So, and that's the last famous words from Lau. Dwarves against Isengard. The second game on the beautiful map Forts of Brunnen. We have the blue Isengard play Ectelion once again on Isengard faction, just like in the previous game, and he's this time against the purple Dwarven player Lau on the top side. I wish the players best of luck, but I think this one, I don't know, man. I think Dwarven faction is kind of generally in a really bad spot. And the players this time agreed on picking random every single time. That means nobody will be able to pick a faction for the opponent player. And if they would be able to do that, we would be potentially see lots of more Dwarven picks. I mean, there is 1 out of 6 chance, obviously, that we might see Dwarves over and over and over again. Dwarf good versus Isengard in Elf, okay. We will see. We have an economical opening start for Ectelion. He doesn't know the matchup yet because he didn't scout. So obviously it's a random, you know, mirror. They don't see the enemy factions. And Dwarven faction cannot scout. So we have 2 Mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors, into the Guardians of the Galaxy. The builder is moving on. Look at this picture, boys. This guy is looking kind of like a dangerous and not dangerous at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He looks very strange. Looks like an old man who might potentially be only 16 years old, you know? So the builder is moving on. He will be looking to build a mineshaft potentially here or even here. Let's see the positioning of the mineshaft. He might also try to creep this one, obviously, offensively, but he has only Guardians coming, not Pikemen. So I think he won't be creeping, he will actually try to deal economical damage. And 4 furnaces into the Warg pit and Uruk pit right after that. Remember, Isengard last game was able to win against Mordor, so Isengard so far today is undefeated. The mineshaft is coming up at the river, at the bottom right side. We will have more and more Guardians coming up very soon. So for now he has 2 of them on the field. But I personally like when you have like more than 2, you know? Because the problem is now if he goes around with the 2 Guardians he has on the field, he will be forced to deal with the Warg riders. And his rallying call is going to be negated by the Keef pads. So he will not only have no damage, but also he will lose a quarter of his armor, which will make them so vulnerable against his trample damage. And the builder is able to scout this. Look at that. He was able to see the dwarven units coming now from the bottom side. That means the Warg riders, they will just go to this spot as soon as possible, and that's going to be a phenomenal start into the game number 2 from Ectelion. Oh, unless, oh, that was close. That was really, really close. You know, that could change literally everything. When you lose a builder very early into the game, it's pretty painful because you need to invest like 450 to get one more on the field. And look at that. He was coming from the top side, didn't see that coming, but the thing is, the Warg riders just mentioned before are just on the point, and 2 tramples is all it takes, even without the use of the Creepane. I mean, the dwarven player wasn't using also the rallying call, but it's okay. The Mineshaft is gonna get demolished by Lao. Lao is not having a good game so far, but he's at least creeping at the bottom right side. With pikemen and guardians, I believe that's what he needs. He needs like at least one more guardian, and then go for a push with 1 pikeman and 2 guardians, and don't split them. I think splitting them would be a bad call. Oh, don't give him the opportunity. Don't. Okay. Okay, I mean, the thing is, you know, in a situation like that, when you would be on-host player, you know, when you would be the one who is on-host, the Isengard player, he could have just gone for a trample. Because when you are a host player in battle for mid-Lurf games, you have much faster reaction time of the units. Okay, crossbowmen on the field, and that's the thing, you know, just kill the pikemen, Creepane on them to make them weaker, porcupine formation, but that's not gonna matter too much. They will still die slowly but surely. Look at them actually falling in like 2 seconds. Hard counter system, by the way, the Warg riders, they need to just be patient. You don't need to rush it. Be patient. After the pikes are gone, you can do whatever you want, and that's about the time. And what a great defense from Ectelion. He didn't lose anything so far, and that's a very bad start into the game from Lao. Because as the dwarven faction player, you want to actually be the one who puts the pressure, and you want to be able to destroy at least a couple of the furnaces. But he did, you know, not manage to deal any kind of damage to the economy of Isengard player Ectelion so far, which is not a bad start. He has more and more units. He was holding the rallying call, and the good thing about this situation, the only good thing for this dwarven player Lao, is that Isengard was placing the Creepane for the last attack, for the last defense. Now the Creepane won't be available, and that's a cooldown window you need to work around. You need to do stuff now. You know, you want to push them, you want to buff them, and you want to deal as much damage as you can. That's very important. The Warg riders are annoying, you know, they are being everywhere. Pikes are coming out of the Mineshaft, but the thing is, the Mineshaft is actually taking so much damage, and there are only like 2 pikemen remaining from the battalion, which can be ignored, and the Mineshaft is going down. Warg riders are level 2 now. They can always get back and heal up over time, but looks like they want to even fight this, which is a bad call, I believe. The amount of damage you deal to the pikeman is not the greatest, and you take so much damage in return, even though he was able to win the fight. Look, Mad King tactic. Okay, so we have now a push incoming. Okay, with rallying call buff, the Uruks are dead, almost dead, and if you can save them, you can just build the upgrade on the fortress for the House of Healing. Lurtz is on the field using the sword. Level 2 is the time for him to shine. He will be able to unlock the Carnage, which means 100% more damage and 20% increased armor, similar to the Carnage in Battle for Middle-earth 1 and also in Rise of the Witch King. So Lurtz is one of the heroes which didn't get any changes actually in any version, like BFME 1, 2 and Rise of the Witch King. He has almost the same set of abilities, you know, sword, bow, Carnage, pillage, and leadership and cripple. So he's the same like in all Battle for Middle-earth games. Okay, Battle Wagon going for a juicy trample. Lurtz is level 2 now, level 3 actually. He has now the Carnage. He's chasing down those Guardians, and one thing which the Guardians are bad in is the disengagement. They cannot run away. They are so extremely sloppy and slow, and they won't be able to make it into the Mineshaft. The level 2 Guardian is going to be taken down, which is pretty good because Lurtz is now level 4, has the cripple unlocked. If there is going to be a Glain or Gimli or anyone else coming out of the Dwarven Fortress, he will be instantly crippled down, and he won't be able to play the game for 30 seconds, which is a long ass time, especially you know, when you have like this many Uruks and Warg riders around them. The Mineshaft is going to be taken down. We have a Battle Wagon inside the Mineshaft. Get him out, get him out. There are no pikemen, just trample them, but I think it's too late for the Mineshaft. Oh, never mind. Dude, the Battle Wagon just one-shot them. Holy guacamole. Like one trample is all it takes, and the full battalion of Uruks are gone just like that, and he's going for the banners, which would mean additional damage and combat experience. The Warg riders are coming for a juicy trample. Creepane has been used. Once again, that nullifies all the bonuses they would get from anything like Rallying Call or the Battle Wagon. And if dwarves want to have the armor leadership, they need to get, you know, either Gimli or King Dane on the field. Okay, so 9 power points collected after the Creepane. Warg riders, there are no pikemen or not in position. That means the Warg riders can do that over and over and over again. More of them are coming from behind. It's a flank situation. We have also more pikemen. The battle wagon has to be extremely careful. Oh, there comes a stun from devastation. The battle wagon cannot move. The heal has been used, but the devastation stun lasts only for like a few seconds, like 2-3 seconds. Lurtz is on the field shooting down the battle wagon all the time. The Creepane is still remaining on the field, and the battle wagon is randomly running into the pikeman and will be taken down. And that's a great fight for Ectelion once again. You know, he was able to kill the battle wagon, which is a very expensive unit, right? Because you need to invest to get him on the field 500, and then every upgrade you purchase depends on the upgrade will also cost from 300 to up to 400, 500. So roundabout he will cost you 900 resources every single time. And also remember that you need to get your Forge Works to level 2 first to get them on the field. So pretty expensive units, and that means losing them is pretty painful. And once again, in Battle for Middle-earth 2, you have this hardcore counter system. That means if the pikemen get to touch you, you will die. We have seen this many times with the Nazguls of Mordor faction. If they run into the pikemen, they are dead instantly. It's like a burst of damage from 100 to 0 in 1 single second. Okay, the banner. Oh, don't get touched. Don't touch my Tralala battle wagon. Isengard is grouping a huge army. I mean, that's a respectable army, right? We have crossbowmen, pikemen, Uruks, Warg riders, like every kind of unit is on the field. And he might be able to achieve something now. 650, 700 command points now for Ectelion. And we have 600 command points available for Lau. So Lau need to eventually make a transition into something stronger. And this could be Men of Steel, Extrovers, maybe even heroes like Glain or Gimli. But he cannot afford that. He cannot afford that. Here's the House of Healing. You see the blue animation, just like a well. You know, everything around the fortress is going to be healed up slowly but surely over time. 3 power points collected. Dwarves are trying to defend themselves. This one, look at that, 300 for the banner, 350 for the well, 450 for the Man of Steel, and 350 for the Extrovers. So it's a pretty expensive unit. Be careful. Okay, nice one actually. He's gonna get away, or he's gonna get away. You see the damage, dude? That's crazy. The Lurtz is also annoying, you know. The Lurtz is always aiming on this battle wagons every single time.
We've got a wagon ready here.
What is this battle wagon doing? Oh, level 5 unlocked. And remember, the Dwarven faction has no debuff unless you get King Dane on the field and get the Mighty Rage. Let's see up by this matchup. And that's the last famous words of Lau in the new version of the Erech 4th Age, which also includes now the Ring Bearer, not Frodo Baggins, but Gollum Baggins, not Gollum Baggins, Smeagol. What is the Smeagol's last name, guys? Did he actually have a surname, like a last name? Because everybody, Samwise Gamgee. I mean, Gandalf didn't have a last name either, you know, Gandalf the White. But Smeagol, what is his name? Smeagol what? I don't know. Gollum Baggins. So we have the blue Dwarven player Ectelion against the purple Dwarven player Lau on the left side. But the reforged skins are not bad. They are amazing. They are amazing. But that's what I was trying to say. I mean, again, that's like preference, you know. I don't care, to be honest, that much. I mean, I do care, but not crazy amount of details should be implemented into an RTS game. It's an RTS game, and you will have the gameplay like that. It's not like you will always zoom in into the mineshaft and see the texture here on this area and see the details on the mineshaft. You will be impressed by that maybe once or twice, but then you will not even pay attention to this anymore. You know what I'm saying? At least for me. I mean, this should be good, looking good. I mean, that's already looking good for me. Like for an RTS game, to be honest, BFME 2 already looks better than Age of Empires 2 or 4. But still, Age of Empires 4 or 2, they have much more player base, much bigger player base in compared to the Battle for Middle-earth games. Not because they are looking amazing, but the gameplay is nice. Liatzas, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay, welcome. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy. In the middle we have Goblin Creeps on each side. And also on this map, like in almost every single map, we have Warg layers and also Troll layers. I don't think Smeagol actually has a last name. I don't think so as well. I mean, we also don't know anything about the family of Smeagol, at least not from the films. We only know Deagle. Deagle was his cousin who got murdered by Smeagol. Spoiler alert, by the way. Because Deagle was actually the one who was able to find the ring. It was not Smeagol, it was Deagle. We have a Mineshaft here around this side, which will be definitely found very soon. The builder from Ictelion is scouting, but he needs to be careful. I mean, he doesn't need to really be careful because the Guardians, they will never be able to catch him if he just doesn't stand still like that. Okay, the creep has been secured behind the castle from the pikemen. They are at level 2, almost. They will gonna get level 2, I think, right? Yeah, level 2, boom, just like that. Remember the pikemen, or not the pikemen, but the guardians, the swordmen, they will also get additional movement speed every time they hit like level 3, 5, 7, or 10. They will become faster and smarter and look better. Hey Gulliver, nice to see you in the chat. Okay, we have also more guardians coming up from Ictelion. So far it's a guardian spam. Rallying call has been used. I heard you rallying call. Oh yeah, baby girl, he rallying called indeed. The thing is, if you are wondering why they are using rallying call this early, it's simple, because if you use rallying call off screen, the enemy player, the opponent player, won't be able to see the animations and them glowing like we can do, as you can see. You see, we can see them glowing, right? But Ictelion doesn't. Rallying call doesn't give movement speed, right? No. I think that would be a great adjustment for the Dwarven rallying call, because the Dwarven units are so sloppy. Maybe give it or make it like the war chant from the Isengard faction. Make, you know, maybe less damage, but also additional movement speed could be nice. Like 10% more movement speed when they have the rallying call buff. This way they can catch up maybe or disengage. The Mineshaft is going to be taken down anyway. Level 2 is a massive power spike. They can use charge attack and get also increased armor. Use it. Doesn't use it. You need to be at least level 3 for the additional movement speed. This one is going to be found but also defended from Ictelion. Nice defense. And also nice one here, destroying the enemy Mineshaft. Very important. This Mineshaft is going to be found. Oh, the builder. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's painful. Guys, that's painful. Because the Dwarven gameplay heavily relies on the additional builders you have. Like, he needs to get one more on the field. ASAP. But it looks like you want to go for the Glain first. So Glain is going to be joining the battlefield very, very soon for Ictelion. To be honest, I was never really into this FPS games, you know what I'm saying? Like the shooter games, they are nice from time to time for like a half an hour, but for me, I wanna feel the progressing I can make, you know. That's why I personally like also League of Legends, because there is a ranking system and you can feel that you are getting better in you know, you compete with others and you can beat them. You have like the satisfaction. That's why I don't like these games in which you are farming, always killing monsters all the time just to get levels, but you repeatedly do the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, you also do the same thing in Battle for Middle-earth games, but at least you get better and you are playing against actual humans and not against mobs, you know? Yokan99, thanks for the follow, appreciate that.
Who called for some guardians?
Go for some guardians. In FPS games, it's about your equipment, right? Especially on PC gaming, it's about your equipment. So basically, the one with a better monitor, with a better graphic card, who has a higher FPS in the game, will have an advantage over you every single time. Like, if you play on a laptop with 30 FPS against somebody who has like 144 FPS or hertz, you know, on the monitor with like double graphic card, which costs nearly as much as a car nowadays. I mean, the graphic card industry, that's like crazy. Like, if you are looking to buy a new graphic card for your PC to upgrade, the amount of money you need to invest into that is kind of a joke. Like RTX 30 something, I think you need to pay around about $1,000, if not more for that, which is kind of nuts. Earlier, like many years ago, you could be buying a full PC with, I mean, not the best setup, but like a great setup. You could be playing almost every single modern game for like $500, you know. Now you need to invest the double amount of this money only for one single GPU, which is kind of, what is going on, you know? It's crazy.
Who called for some guardians?
Yeah, I played a little bit with The Witcher 3. I played a little bit many years ago, though, like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I used to play it. Maybe even 5 years ago. Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know the season though. I think it's like 2000 and I don't know, like 2010, 2011, something like that. It's been a long time. I've seen RTX 3080 go for 3,000. Yeah, that's crazy. And the thing is, you know, they can make it as expensive as they want. There are always gonna be people who are willing to pay that much money. So not the company actually sets up the price. It's about the customer. Because if the customer is willing to pay this much money, why the company should sell it for cheaper? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Glain, level almost 5. Hobbit summon is unlocked, and also Glain from Ectelion is going inside the gene. So Hobbit summon, and the other player was using the Man of Steel summon for defense. So Hobbit against Man of Steel. Look at this, boys. The Mariadok Brandybog. He's on a mission, killing some Wildman of the Land, not Wildman of the Land. The Man of Steel, sorry. Hobbits, though, they are actually quite beefy and strong. Shake Foundation has been used. The Hall of Warriors has been taken down. That hurts a lot. And Ectelion is actually shining bright like a diamond once again. We have 400 command points only for Lau. And on the other side, we have 600 command points for Ectelion, which is pretty nice. Does your country have PS5 in stock? Phew, I don't know, man. I'm not a console gamer too. I'm a very strange person, you know what I'm saying? For me, like, that's maybe because it was always like that. I have many friends of mine who always wanted to convince me, hey, can you not buy a console, play with us? Because there are many games on console you cannot play on PC. But for me, since I'm a kid, for me it's about game. When I'm actually trying to play something, I need a keyboard and mouse. I need to sit on a chair, and I need to have a monitor in front of my face. That's what gaming is for me personally. That's how I, you know, feel. Okay, I'm gaming now. I'm at my PC now. I can play video games. Oh my goodness, man. The Glain though, level 6, level 5. Now it's about the counter attack, though, because the thing is that he has double Hall of Warriors against 0 Hall of Warriors, right? I mean, never mind, he has 1 more on the field. And if he doesn't build anything else anytime soon, Lau will get outspammed by Ectelion big time. I never owned a PlayStation. Never had one. The only console I had was like an Xbox 360. Many years ago, when I was a kid. I got it gifted from my cousin. You know, he was buying a PlayStation version, and he was gifting me his Xbox, you know. And the thing is, I had like 2 games on it, and I couldn't afford to buy a third one, because the games on the console back in the day, I don't know if this is still the case in 2022, but back in the day you had to invest so much money into buying one single game. You know, you was buying like a 50 euro game, which is a lot of money when you are a kid. You need to save up for weeks and months, and then you play the game for like 1 year, because you cannot buy any other game for like a year, you know. 800 command points available for Dwarves, and yeah, Ectelion is shining bright like a diamond, boys. I mean, there are some funny videos about the GPU, right? On YouTube. So basically, the guy is going to the store and he wanna buy a GPU for $9,999, and he's like, "Is this the best GPU? And is this gonna remain to be the best for like a couple of years?" And the seller is like, "Yeah, it's gonna be the best." He buys it for $9,999, and 5 minutes later, boom, a new version is coming out, which is like 10% faster, which costs now 15,000. And the seller is like, "Okay, give me yours back for 5,000, and you pay 10,000 more to buy this one." That's how it feels like. It's the same situation with the phones too. So you want to have a great phone, and you want to always aim to have the best phone ever, then you need to buy a new phone literally every 2 months, you know, because it can always become better and faster and greater. And some people, they have the addiction to that. They want to always be up to date. And this technology stuff can actually make you lose lots of money. A lot of money. Look, my PC is not upgraded since like 6 years, you know. I bought my PC like 6 or 7 years ago for like 800 euro, and it's still good, you know what I'm saying? It's still good. Why should I upgrade it when it's enough for what I'm doing it, for what I'm using it for? But some people have the addiction. And Nickname, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. 800 command points available for Ectelion against 500 for Lau. Lao is definitely not having a great series tonight against Ectelion. The score is 2-0 and it might be 3-0 after this one. It all depends on the one big counter attack and how much damage Lao will be able to deal with his Glain. Glain's Shake Foundation is extremely efficient, as you guys know. It will be able to one-shot a Hall of Warriors from 100 to 0. That's why you potentially need to upgrade it. Yeah, that's a very smart move. Get it to level 2, which is gonna make it way tankier. My PC is 11 years old. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, Michael. Like, as long as it's enough, you know, as long as you can play the games you wanna play, it's fine. Some people, like friends of mine, but yeah, I wanna have like 90 FPS when I'm playing this. But you don't even play this game, dude. You play like RTS games on 30 FPS. Why would you try to get 90 FPS? Doesn't make sense to me. Oh, we have also Gimli on the field. Haha, boom, son, on your face. Level 4. Oh, nice one. Holy moly, was a nice one from Glain. Level 6. But trust me, even if he's level 10, he has no chance against Gimli when Gimli is level 5. Gimli is gonna catch him every single time and run him down, you know? Gimli is so powerful, heroes against heroes. I believe there is not a single hero Gimli could be not able to 1v1 when he has Slayer. With Slayer, he's OP. Oh, I want to see the damage. Boom. Okay, great damage too. And you can also use the extra when you are using the Slayer, you know? 50% damage, double speed, and lose armor against structural damage. He has 80% chance to knock back heroes. So in most cases, you can knock them back. They cannot even fight you back. Yeah, I mean, again, I can understand that if there is going to be a new game and you are really interested in playing this game and your PC is just not good enough to play it, then I can understand it. You are okay after many years. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna invest now $1,000 or euro to actually upgrade my PC to a decent level, but then it's gonna be again good for a couple of years. So if you invest every 5 to 10 years $1,000 dollars for a PC, it's like $200 a year for your hobby, which is not a lot, right? Especially for me, for example, I'm spending so much time at my PC, right? So investing $200 a year for a hobby and for something you are spending so much time on is okay. I can respect that. But I don't need to have always the best graphic card and not the best CPU, you know? Look at the money though from Lao. He's also, guys, Gimli war. So it's gonna be Gimli against Gimli and Glain against Glain. Man of Steel will be special summoned defensively. Frodo Baggins, the ring bearer, looks pretty serious on his profile picture. 12 power opens, collected Dwarven Riches is gonna be unlocked from Lao, which will be used right off the bat on this Mineshaft level 1, which is a huge money boost. But will this be enough? We have a big fight here, and looks like Lao will be able to defend this one with the Man of Steel special summon definitely. He's also building now a Hall of Warriors as he lost his one once again. Maybe it's time to build like 1 or 2 more. Gimli is level 4, almost level 5 though. The problem is for Lao now, if his Gimli coming out of the fortress, he's gonna be only level 1. And if this Gimli hits level 5, this Gimli is gonna die every single time. We have now the trio. We have Glain, Gimli, and also King Dane side by side. Dane is level 3, has the leadership, high tier leadership by the way. And Gimli is offering you an armor buff. So that means Gimli and also Dane are able to stack leadership with each other, and that also stacks with the rallying call. It means you have additional damage, armor, and then you have roundabout and more combat experience as well. Look, what is he doing? Low! Level 10, oh boy. Oh, Chetrama, watch. Is he gonna use it? No, he's not gonna use it. I wanted to see the level 10 Chetrama. Lao doesn't say a word and just leaves the game silently. And that's it, boys. 3-0 for Ectelion. He needs only one more victory. We have the purple Isengard player Lao against the green Dwarven player Ectelion. So they have played this matchup already, but the other way around, in which Ectelion was playing Dwarves and Isengard, and he was able to win. Let's see if Isengard can win once again, which is going to be necessary for us to see more games between those two players. Hope this will be the last. You need to learn for the exam, okay, dude? I wish, but tomorrow, really, tomorrow you have an exam. I wish you, of course, the best of luck. I hope you will not need it. Yavuzali live, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome, hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. So we have 2 furnaces into the Uruk pit, that's the opening for the Isengard player. On the other side we see 2 mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors, the warriors of the Dwarven faction of Erebor. Guys, Erebor or the Misty Mountains, you know, which one would you prefer the most? Or even Moria, Dwarves of Moria, 2 mineshafts and Guardians, or no, never mind, actually pikemen start. Okay, that's what it is. It looks like you want to creep this Warg layer potentially at the bottom right side. And on the other side we have Uruk-hai. Uruks are very, very, you know, strong and also faster, much faster than the Guardians. But they're also more expensive if I'm not mistaken. 300 against 250, yeah. But that doesn't mean anything because Guardians, they are strong, really strong. Some creeping action is going on at the bottom right side. Yep. With the pikemen, they will get level 2 of that. And I personally like the pikemen start a lot because that's a very safe start, right? You can creep, you can get additional money, and then you can combine them with the 1 Guardian. This way you have a counter to the possible Warg Rider start, which is not happening right now. But just in case, because we have seen this already, you know, if you go only with Guardians, and there is a chance that the Isengard player might start with the Warg pit, and then you are screwed. You are kind of donezo. But when you have pikemen around them, they can protect the Guardians much easier, and the Warg Riders, they wouldn't be nearly as effective as they are when there are no pikemen around. I like not being choked by the Balrogs on Moria. Dude, if you see Balrog, you just call Gandalf the Grey, and Gandalf the Grey is gonna say, "Fly, you fool," and then you are safe. Yes. Okay, oh my goodness, man, that's a bad start though. I mean, the Mineshaft is not protected and it will be taken down. The Mineshaft is tanky, yes, but it's not tanky enough. The pikemen are trying to defend this, but it's not gonna be possible anymore, and the Mineshaft, one of the starting ones, is gonna be destroyed just like that. Uruks, they are fighting, but that's not a good fight to take. Just peel back. Isengard also picked up the PowerPoint Kribin, which can be used defensively, maybe on these Guardians. There is nothing to defend this. Crossbowmen are almost out, but they won't be there in time, and the furnace is going to be taken down. That's why you should be demolishing that right off the bat to get some money back, and also deny them the power spike to level 2. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Demolish that. The faster you demolish it, the more money you will get, you know. But if you demolish too late, they will get still the experience. Okay, one more push is incoming from Ictilion. He has now pikes and also Guardian, but remember the rallying call is still on cooldown, so it can't be used to boost this army and make them stronger. Crossbowmen are taking care of this. We have also Lurtz extremely early joining the battlefield. I would personally prefer the Warg Rider start, to be honest with you guys, but it's okay. Lurtz, you know, the earlier you get him on the field, the more efficient he's going to be. I downloaded this game 1 year ago without any errors, thanks to your videos, him, and thank you so much for your kind words. I'm happy that you was able to download the game and play the game. I wish you, you know, when you want to do us a favor, just make sure to join the multiplayer scene as well, because we are hosting tournaments, events, and the more players are involved into them, the better it is, you know. And we're gonna have very soon a big Rise of the Witch King tournament, guys, for $1,000. That's gonna be the plan. So Optin Humanity actually contacted me and told me that he would like to sponsor a $1,000 tournament. He would be willing to put all the money into that, so $1,000 is coming out from him, and I will get the chance to host and organize this tournament for Rise of the Witch King, and I think it's gonna happen in like 8 weeks from now, so stay tuned. Optin is a millionaire. Maybe he's an oil prince, you know, or maybe he made a lot of money from the cryptocurrency, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was like one of the lucky winners from the Bitcoin era many years ago. Maybe he was able to buy like 5 Bitcoins like 10 years ago, and then he got like $1 million out of that. How many weeks? Something around 8 weeks from now in the brandy. That's what he told me, that he's gonna be able to you know, to figure out the things, and in about 2 months, maybe March, we will have the kickoff of that. So stay tuned. Soonish. 8 weeks is no time. I mean, just telling you guys, you know, the information that you might maybe wanna start training and working out and kind of practicing for the upcoming tournament. in which you might get the chance to win, and the money is going to be split in between the top 3 players, by the way. The number 1 is going to get 500, the number 2 is going to get 300, and the number 3 is going to get 200. So if you make it to the top 3 spot, you will get a lot of cash. Remember, that's only a $100 tournament, so it's going to be 10 times the amount of this tournament's price, which is a lot, you know, and you have each week's time to train. The Mineshaft is going down, and down to the Goblin town. Lurtz is level 4, but there are too many units, even for Lurtz. With Carnage, he can defend this, definitely, but without Carnage, it's kind of, he will take so much damage in return, you know? Lots of pressure on Isengard. There is no pressure since the last couple of minutes on the Dwarven faction. We have 4 Wargs. The battle wagon is going to be joining the battlefield very, very soon. The pikemen are recovering up over time as they are level 2. The furnaces are going down one by one. Does anyone know what happened to Velenorion? I don't know, man. I've not seen him also like for the past 8 months or something. He left the Discord and I was trying to contact him also, but I don't know. Maybe he's taking a break. Maybe he's not playing. Almost level 5. Level 5 is gonna unlock the leadership bonuses, but will this be enough? I have my doubts about that. What a beautifully designed map though. I like this design of this map a lot. Lots of work, lots of time. Okay, so Isengard is playing in a turtle situation. Like, he cannot do much about the situation. He can just wait and hope for the best that he can defend every single time. Dwarves are in the meantime expanding, creeping, getting stronger and beefier, and will get also support with the battle wagons. We have 10 power points almost collected for the Isengard play, which can be invested into the devastation, which is a great tool to not only get additional money instantly, but also be able to stun the enemy units. Also includes the battle wagons. This way you can stop them and eventually take them down right after that. Okay, devastation is going to be unlocked indeed. The Mineshaft here has been destroyed. 450 command points for Isengard and only 500. To be honest, I was expecting more command points for Dwarves, but maybe Ectelion is not expanding as much as he could and as he should. Hey, be careful with the battle wagon. Don't take the risk, and that's what I'm talking about. You see, devastation. He cannot move, guys, for like 5 seconds, and that's more than you need to take him down with like 1 pikeman in 2 seconds. And the battle wagon has been slain just like that. It's an expensive unit, by the way, guys. Keep that in mind. So 500 plus 300 at least. That means at least you need to invest 800 into 1 single battle wagon, which is a lot. Like, you could get almost like 3+ battalions of guardians for the same price. The Mineshaft is going to be taken down. He has many pikemen, which doesn't make too much sense for me because there are no Warg riders on the field for Isengard. Maybe don't go for this many pikemen. Maybe get some men of the on the field to counter the infantry spam of Isengard from a safe distance. 9 power points collected for Ectelion. Isengard is looking pretty strong, man, because the Lurtz, as you can see and tell, is almost level 5. That means pretty much you have a permanently active war chant around you. Umbar, most beautiful map and most balanced. Yeah, true. True. Oh. Attack them. They are so clumped. Level 5. Leadership is unlocked. Glain to debuff the enemy units too. Level 6. Just like that. In 1 second. Level 7, by the way, is a massive power spike, boys. It means dollar, money, euro, lira every time you kill enemy units. Glain is on the field, but he needs to be careful. Because there is Lurtz, who is level 6 already. It means he has the chance to cripple him down. And Glain is not going to be able to move. Already level 6, yes sir, level 6 is unlocked, just like that, and cripple, boom, you shall not move, you shall not pass. Lurtz has no carnage. That's pretty lucky situation for Glain, but can Glain survive this burst? I don't know. The thing is, it's like a Morgana Q in League of Legends. You cannot play the game for 30 seconds and you get crippled down like that. 5 to 6 in 1 hit, yeah. 5 to 6 in 1 hit, and now 6 to 7 after killing Glain. Hobbit Summon is available. He might need to use it defensively, but will the Hobbit Summon be able to defend such a force? They have now additional damage leadership, combat experience. Lurtz village means money every time you kill enemy units, which is a lot of cash you will get additionally to a very equally strong faction already. And Ectelion is not gonna even call it GG and leave the game, and that's the first victory for Lau. You might be getting hacked by a robot Saruman. Guys, what are the chances, guys? Guys, hey, guys, what are the chances that we see Dwarven Mirror once again? What is going on now? What is going on now? I don't what? Alright, we have the purple Dwarven player Lau against the green Dwarven player Ectelion. And once again, boys, the Dwarven power, the Dwarven greediness. They are so greedy, they want to be included in every single match of the tournament. I'm telling you guys. It's on purpose. Dwarves are greedy creatures, as you guys know. 2 Mineshafts coming up for Dwarves and 2 Mineshafts coming up for Dwarves. Dwarves. Everywhere. And random is bugged because the chances that you might see not once but twice in out of 5 matches, 2 times Dwarven faction mirror is pretty low. Maybe we should be playing lottery tonight. First time when I see Dwarves today on this map. Yeah, on this map, true. They have 2-3 Mineshafts coming up for Lau, and Ectelion is building 2 Mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors for the Guardians or Pikemen. Let's see. Pikemen, I believe, right? Nah, Guardians. Okay. So I was expecting him to creep because he was building a Mineshaft to the Troller, but it's okay. So no creeping action going on. Lau has not picked anything yet, but most likely he will be picking up the rallying call from the Spellbook of Dwarves because that's the only reliable option for the early game. I mean, you can also build in some certain circumstances the rebuild to be able to save your Mineshaft if you can, but most of the time the rallying call is just too good to not pick it up. It's because of the weak buildings. If the building is easy to destroy, the game pace becomes faster. Yeah. I mean, definitely. That's one of the main reasons, 100%, that the games are so fast, you know? Like, it's a snowballing game, right? So, for me personally, I believe it's because of the one push potential. Like, one push to rule them all. One push to win the game. And the only way you can kind of prevent that from happening is actually you need to have like 2 armies. 1 army for defense and 1 army for offense. And that counts for both the players at the same time. Because if they move on, and they leave nothing behind, the amount of damage they will receive from one single push with like 2-3 units is kind of insane. Like, for example, if you would let them do now what they want to do, they would be able to destroy literally everything around your fortress in like 10 seconds. And nothing can stop them too. Like, all this army is missing is 1 single pikeman. With 1 pikeman, he would be also able to destroy this Hall of Warriors without any pikemen coming out. And the builder from Lau, look at that, has been touched and killed in 1 single second. And the Mineshaft is going down, and that's what I'm saying, you know? That's like a very, very squishy building. Even, I mean, not squishy building, but this is the tankiest one. Keep that in mind. That's the tankiest resource building in the game by far. And it still goes down in like 2 seconds. Rebuild has been used from Lau, but that's gonna buy him maybe 5 more seconds, and that's it. I believe that's gonna not still get destroyed, right? Oh, but the battle wagon, just perfect timing. Come on. Charge attack. Okay, trampled. Okay, never mind. He will be able to save the Hall of Warriors at least for now. The battle wagon is arriving precisely when it means to. It's like Gandalf in Helm's Deep, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, but for which cost? You lost the Mineshaft. You had to use rebuild, which means you have no buff now for your Guardians for a counter attack. And during all this time, Ectelion was also able to creep. So the creep here has been secured by Ectelion. He was able to expand very nicely. Look at that, Mineshaft. So he's in a really good spot. And what I would love to see in a situation like that is definitely Glain. Because Glain, as you can see, you know, every single time we see Glain, he is actually having so much impact on the gameplay. Because of the insane amount of damage output he has against buildings and structures. And that is Gollum, boys. You know, Gollum is just doing his own thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sunday evening, he's enjoying the beautiful weather in you know, summertime for them in Middle Earth. We have winter time in Germany, snow everywhere, but this guy is like on a desert mission, you know what I'm saying? Look at him, guys, looking for some fishes or potentially potatoes. Boil him, mash him, stick him in a stew. Maresak 12, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome, hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. Ectelion is green, he's green, and Lau is purple. The colors I know are not matching with the scoreboard. So pikemen are here. The battle wagon needs to be careful. Here's banner on this one. Just don't get touched by the pikemen. That's very important. Keep your distance. The mineshaft has been destroyed. And now if they get the chance to commit against this forge wargs, watch what's gonna happen, boys. Watch what's going to happen. Rallying call and boom. You see this? That's crazy. It's a level 2 production building, by the way. And that's what I'm talking about. 1 pikeman, 2 guardians is all you need to finish off every single structure around the fortress of the enemy dwarven player. Commit, clump, and it's gone. Just like that. And we have only 1 single battle wagon on the field, right? That means if he loses the battle wagon, it's over. Glain is... Oh, dude, I didn't pay attention for 1 second, and Glain is already level 4. So Shake Foundation is available. That means Ariverdachi for this Hall of Warriors. Even when you rebuild it, it doesn't save it. Trust me on everyone. It will be definitely taken down. Random goat is lurking around this side. Watch it. I mean, the BFME 2 mappers, they actually like to add random stuff to the map just like that. You know what I'm saying? A VV 1400. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. And Shake Foundation, boom, quarter of the HP is corners, just like that. But I believe he has not the power and the damage he needs to take it down just yet. Okay, there is 1 pike. Look, there are 2 pikemen to keep this battle wagon away. You know what I'm saying? The sheep is innocent and unaware of the dwarven civil war. Yeah. Oh, the battle wagon randomly is running it down, boys. Randomly running it down. Yeah. Look at. I want to read that. Yeah. Amazing games. True. It's because he was refusing. Oh, guys. Do you smell that? That's an abort one, guys. That's aborting mission. Abort the mission. That's, normally you leave when you press escape, and you go on exit, and that's how you leave. But when you are super tilted,